A real-life controversy surrounding the subjects of a popular movie starring Sandra Bullock. The new allegations against the family whose lives were depicted in The Blind Side. A frightening face-to-face, a woman describes her up-close encounter with a mountain lion. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. More on those stories coming up in a moment. But first, it was back to school for Riverside Unified on Monday. At Liberty Elementary, families lined up to meet their kids' teachers. One parent told us her little ones couldn't wait to put on their backpacks and see all their friends.
I was nervous for my kids, but they've been here for 4 years, so then I was confident like they'll be doing good. Once I dropped them off, I saw everything going smooth, so it made me feel less nervous.
It's okay to be a little nervous. You'll find a special back-to-school section on our NBCLA website. There's everything from school shopping to how to help your children struggling with back-to-school anxiety. It's official. July was hotter than any other month ever recorded. NASA confirmed what we all expected. Scientists found that overall, this past July was 0.43 degrees warmer than any other and about 2 degrees warmer than the average July between 1951 and 1980. NASA says the warming is driven primarily by greenhouse gas emissions and high sea surface temperatures. NASA says its data underscores the urgency of the climate crisis. I'm wondering if we have any more scorching hot days ahead. Let's check in with meteorologist Belinda Leon. She has the rundown of your weather.
Here we are, the middle of August, and it's going to feel like it again. Here's what you're going to expect this week. We have low clouds and patchy fog for the coast each morning. Meanwhile, the temperatures are going to heat up. We've got an advisory in effect until Thursday for portions of the IE. And in the mountains and deserts, that's where you need to keep an eye out for a chance of afternoon storms. Now, heat advisory is in effect for the Inland Empire all the way through Thursday evening. The excessive heat warning will be in effect for the low desert. That's going to be in place for the same time. Temperatures are going to sizzle here, and there's going to be an elevated risk for heat illness. Now, the temperatures are going to get hotter before we feel some relief. Look at the trend in West Covina. We get hotter through Wednesday. Then Thursday is going to be another scorcher, 94. It's not until the weekend as onshore flow strengthens that the temperatures come down and it'll feel a little more comfortable. Hang in there, everyone. Stay cool and hydrate.
Now to the devastating wildfires in Maui. At least 99 people are confirmed dead and more than 1,000 are still missing. Cadaver dogs and their handlers have covered nearly 25% of the burn zone, but the search is slow. They're dealing with dangerous conditions. Among the victims, they found a family of 4. A young child, his mother and grandparents were found in a burned car not far from their home. And take a look at this stunning video that we've received. It actually shows 2 people who jumped in a pool last week to save themselves from the fire. Those are vacation condos burning all around them. This is in Lahaina, the tourist town where nearly 2,000 structures burned. Another historic first for a former president. Donald Trump has been indicted for a 4th time. This latest criminal indictment comes from Georgia. The district attorney there says the former president broke the law in an effort to stay in the White House. There are 41 charges, not just against Donald Trump, but also 18 others, including some of his closest allies. The prosecutor says she plans to try all 19 defendants together.
Specifically, the participants in association took various actions in Georgia and elsewhere to block the counting of the votes of the presidential electors who were certified as the winners of Georgia's 2020 general election.
The GOP frontrunner has denied any wrongdoing. All of the defendants, including the former president, have until August 25th to turn themselves in to Georgia officials. There's still no arrests in the shocking smash and grab that happened at the Westfield Topanga Mall last weekend. The chaos is renewing concern about the growing crime trend. Up to 50 people stole hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of high-end merchandise from the Nordstrom store at the mall in Canoga Park. The latest flash mob-style theft is part of a troubling trend that has become all too familiar. LAPD data shows shoplifting and thefts of businesses are up more than 50% since last year. But arrests were made in only 10% of those cases.
I think right now the society has taken crime as something that's nonchalant, right? It's almost, people aren't taking it as something, as a big issue.
These are serial criminals that are getting arrested, they're getting released, and they're going back and doing it over and over again.
LA County District Attorney George Gascon says he will hold the thieves accountable when they're arrested, but critics urge LA leaders to change policies such as zero bail in LA County. LA County Sheriff's detectives are trying to crack 4 unsolved murder cases, and they're asking for help from people in East LA, Compton, and San Dimas. Luis Sandoval, Keith Jackson, Estefan Hernandez, and Michael Moreno were all killed by gunfire. Their murders happened at different times from 2007 through 2018, but none of the shooters have ever been found. Sheriff Robert Luna says even a minor piece of information could be what solves each of these cases. The rewards in these cases range from $10,000 to $25,000. The city of West Hollywood wants to go high-tech when it comes to fighting crime. They're considering security changes like using drones and fixed cameras at intersections. They also want the city's block-by-block captains to be wearing body cameras. All of this would be monitored in a real-time watch center.
Real-time watch center would be an opportunity to kind of monitor some of those cameras and see if something's happening, if we can get somebody there quickly.
The city has seen a big spike in crime like robberies in recent months. Michael Oher, the former NFL star whose life story was the inspiration for the 2009 movie The Blind Side, now claims that Sean and Leanne Tui never legally adopted him and benefited financially from his story. In a new court petition, the now 37-year-old claims that the Tuis presented him with papers in 2004 that he thought were adoption papers, but it was actually a petition for a conservatorship. The petition states that the movie paid the Tuis and their children $225,000 each, plus net proceeds, but that Oher earned nothing. A conservatorship attorney told the Today Show she would be surprised if someone in that situation was kept in the dark for so long about their legal arrangement.
Each year or every so often, conservators and conservatees like himself and the family would have to appear in court, talk to the judge. The judge would ask a series of questions. The judge would ask, is this conservatorship still appropriate? Is it still necessary? So it would be unlikely that he would reach the age of 37 and not some understanding that they had some control still over his life.
Oher wants to end the conservatorship. SAG-AFTRA is changing the way it does business while it's on strike. Since the beginning of the strike, the union has allowed certain independent movies to continue filming. But now it will only allow those projects to go forward if they are not written by WGA members. Right now, the Writers Guild of America is at an all-stop and not making exceptions for any projects to continue. SAG-AFTRA says both unions came to this decision because they say it'll help writers with their strike strategy. Comcast, the corporation that owns our parent company, NBC Universal, is represented by the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Some employees of the NBC News Group are represented by the WGA and SAG-AFTRA. A mountain lion has been spotted twice in a neighborhood in the city of Redlands in the past day or two. The sightings have prompted Redlands police to send out a warning saying mountain lions are native to the area and pose little threat to humans. We spoke with neighbors who came face to face with the big cat.
There was a huge mountain lion walking directly in front of me, perpendicular to me. And I just froze. My heart was racing like crazy because I couldn't run because of my knee.
Very surprising. He's been here, there, and everywhere in Redlands. Hopefully he can be relocated somewhere where he belongs in nature.
All right, keep in mind, if you see a mountain lion, you should call local law enforcement. All right, here's something I'm looking forward to. Tickets now on sale for one of the most popular Halloween events, Nights of the Jack. It's returning to Calabasas for a 6th year. There will be food trucks, pumpkin carving, carnival games, face painting, and more. It's also got some new attractions this year, including a scavenger hunt. Opening night is Friday, September 29th, but if you buy tickets before September 1st, they're 20% off. Knights of the Jack welcomes about 100,000 guests every year, including a lot of celebrities. I wonder who you'll see out there. Maybe me, I'll be there. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.